so many movie dates, and what do? You sit there awkwardly, and then the guy tries to, like, cuddle you, but you don't know each other.
Yeah, so it's
fucking weird. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really feel like I want to cuddle you. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like
that's
the first date to the movie. Yeah. That's a relationship date. Like, the first date to a movie, like, dinner in a movie, different story. Okay?
That's true.
Because you can talk, and then you might want to cuddle and, like, chill, right? But dinner in a movie kind of gets a little expensive, so I wouldn't, like, first date, that's kind of a lot to gamble. Yeah. But you know what? I will say dinner is a lot, because you need to make sure, like, you are full in for at least an hour with this person.
Because if you're going to do, like, coffee,
no
it's
dipping.
like, okay, you could chug the coffee and GTFO.
Yeah.
But, like dinner, it's like, if it takes a while, you're there for a good hour, hour and a half. Like, if it's terrible, you're screwed.
Oh, my God. Another thing, do you, like, so when you've gone on dates, do you meet them there, or do you have them pick you up?
See, that has happened. Okay. I usually have the impression that they're going to pick me up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's old-fashioned.
No, I like to be picked up, but also, please don't come to my house late at night and serial kill me, you know?
Like, if there's randoms, then I'll be like, okay, I'll meet you there. But one time, I thought he was going to pick me up, and he was like, oh, I'm here. And I was like, oh, like outside, or like where? And he was like, no, I'm at the place, because we were getting lunch. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I literally got in my car and skirted to the place, and it was like 30 minutes away, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a minute, because I thought you were picking me up.
What'd he say?
And he was like, oh, shit, I'm so sorry, like, my bad. And I was like, oh, no, it's okay.
Shit.
I felt so weird about it, though, because I was like, I probably shouldn't have assumed. But
yeah, I want to get picked up, but also, like, okay, when I'm at college, I'm fine with getting picked up, because you'll see me, like, walk out of the apartment complex, and you won't know which one I live in.
Yeah.
But if I'm at home, then you know which house is mine.
Yeah, and then they could stalk you.
But then I also am like, okay, well, my dad's kind of a scary guy, so probably be fine. Like,
see, I say my dad's a scary guy, but no, he isn't.
Yeah.
He's such a teddy bear. Such an angel baby.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, what are you looking for? He'd be out at the car chatting.
Like, hey, buddy,
hey, want to come inside? How you doing?
Come on in. He would just invite them to everything.
Fuck. Okay.
What you doing this Christmas? Like, oh, God.
What you doing this Christmas? So the next segment that we need to get into is Sid and I are going to be your love doctors here.
Yes, I love this.
So we have crafted this just of a list, just chef's kisses
Immaculate.
of a list. Write this one down. I think that these are the best 10 inexpensive dates. Some are completely free. Some can be made free. Some might cost a little bit of money, but you might already have the materials. So then they would be, like, virtually free because you already spent the money.
I feel like they would all be max $7.
Yeah. And if you don't have $7,
yikes.
Let me just tell you, this man this past weekend tried to take me on a date, and he told me he had $5 in his bank account.
I'm sorry, what you gonna get?
I literally said...
Cookies from McDonald's? Jesus.
So, okay. And I was trying to be open-minded. I was, like, not gonna judge, but I was like, you better plan something. Like, I don't need you to spend money on me, but, like, it's all in the effort.
Plan.
But also, I was like, my main thought was, like, I don't really care how much money you have, but why did you tell me that?
Yeah,
like,
that's really
a terrible look.
That's, like, a bad first impression.
I was like, okay, so...
Interesting.
You go out 4 nights a week, and you have $5 in your account.
Yeah, like...
A plus B equals... you shouldn't be dating with $5 in your account. You know what you should be? Working.
Yes.
More hours.
Go take a shift.
Yeah, or honestly, not drinking so much. I mean, if I had $5 in my account, I would be sleeping.
Yes, I would be working. Sitting in my room all day.
Yep, I would be and I'm broke.
But I do have one thing to say.
Oh, yeah.
For all men, I swear to God, please plan something. I don't know about you, but I hate when they're like, oh, what do you want to do? I don't care. I literally don't care. Yeah. I don't want to make it up. I don't want to decide.
And I'm not it's 2020, like, I'll plan the second one, but it's something about, like, the first one and the chivalrous, like, if you're being asked on a date, like, I don't want to be asked on a date, but then be asked to plan the date.
Yeah.
You know, like, to me, I'm like, if you're going to ask me to do something, like, just put in the effort, or be like, you know what, like, this one guy did this to me, and I thought this was amazing. He gave me 3 options. He was like, this is what I'm thinking. Bing, bing, bing. And the first one was, like, super chill. The second one was, like, medium, and the third one was, like, something more eccentric, like an all-day thing.
Okay.
So he gave me options, because to me, I feel like that lets you know, for me, if I'm really feeling someone, then I might do, like, medium to an all-day option. But if I don't know about you, then I'm choosing the short option.
Right, like, if it's a Tinder date, take me on like a coffee.
Take me in public.
Yes.
It's something that I don't want to get the fuck out.
Yeah, we're driving separate.
Oh, we're driving separate, and my friend is in the corner.
Literally.
I'm not trusting you for 1 second, buddy.
No.
I just get so scared. Like, you hear those stories, and I'm like, I don't want to be. Terrifying. I don't want you to wear my skin.
I don't want to get murdered.
I like my skin on my body.
I don't want you to pull an Ed Gein on me. No, thank you.
Oh, God. Okay, back to the list.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. So the first one. Imagine this, he picks you up. In his Honda Civic. Let's be real. I was going to say T-Ruck, but I've never been picked up in a T-Ruck.
Me too, and that's
it's usually a Honda Civic or some stupid shit like that.
A lot of times it's a minivan. I don't know what type of man
Absolutely not, Sid. I'd lock my door and be like, yeah.
I've gotten picked up in a minivan at least 4 times.
Oh, God.
And every time I'm like, not surprised.
Yeah, no.
Out there.
So imagine, he picks you up, you guys go to this sunset scene, and all of a sudden he throws up a hammock.
Oh,
amazing.
Stunning.
And the hammock date, it can be, you could bring separate hammocks if she has a hammock too, or you can be in the same hammock. Could include some cuddling.
Yes.
I think it would be cute because it's a good way to, like, talk. You have scenery to look at. There's probably going to be a little bit of a scenic drive, so you can chit-chat on the drive. Make sure you have a good playlist.
Yes, bring a speaker, play some music. That would be fun.
Yeah, this can also be jazzed up. Some snacks, some wine, a beveragino. I would be, like, literally, like, I would be swooning. If a man was like,
I'm in love with you.
Want a hammock, and here's your Yeti filled with wine. And, did you want some cheeses? Oh. He pulls out a charcuterie board. I really just want to date Martha Stewart. Like,
literally.
Hi, here's your snacks.
If he brought a charcuterie board in mine, I'd be like, well, this is it.
And when's the wedding?
We're getting married, yes.
Where's Chris Harrison? Because I'm ready.
I will take your rose.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so I think that would be perfect, especially the La Crosse area has beautiful views, but, I mean, every place has 2 trees and an ability to hang a hammock.
And that's the truth, yes.
And if you don't have a hammock, then listen to the next one, because maybe this one will be for you. So Sid brought this one up, and I think this is great and something that I've never done. An art museum. Really a slept-on topic, but I think that's great. Like, I've never even thought about that, but most art museums are free. You brought up.
You just walk in, have a good old time, and I feel like there's a lot to talk about.
Yes.
You can kind of stare at the same thing and be like, what do you see? And then you can chit-chat about it.
I feel like there's some comedy, but also some, like, deep conversations that could happen.
Yes.
Like, you could be I could have painted that, but you could also be like, wow, like, this is kind of a movement. Like, you can learn more, like, deeper stuff about them.
I agree. And, like, if you're trying to do, like, a long date, you can drag that thing out for, like, a good couple hours.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a big museum, like the Milwaukee one, you could take that I stay in there for, like, 2 hours.
Yes. And there's so much to see and, like, do, and there's, like, exhibits. Like, you could really go on and on. Also, like, if it's the art museum, like, that's beautiful. Like, I would literally just sit in there and, like, have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You could get Collectivo before and go to the art museum.
And then walk around.
Oh,
like,
beautiful.
It's so pretty throughout the whole thing. And, like, there's some paintings that I'm like, I don't really know how you made the cut to be in here. But there's other paintings that I'm like, you're beautiful.
Have you seen the one at the Milwaukee one where it's just a literal blue canvas? And I said, interesting.
Sometimes I'm
not moved.
How did you make this in here? I just wonder if, like, it's like a security guard and he was, like, playing a joke and he, like, hung that shit up and he's like, ha ha. Like, and they never noticed.
Literally.
God.
Oh, God.
Okay, the third one. We live in the state of lakes. But I think, like, a nice little, like, lake walk or, like, a hike, like, a nature walk. Or if you live in the city, you could do, like, a city walk. Like, I'm sure that every town or city has, like, a viewpoint that you could walk around.
Because, like, if you got Milwaukee, you can do the river walk. You got La Crosse, so you can go hike in the bluffs.
Or the fucking Mississippi River.
True.
Perfect.
Madison, you got State Street.
Yeah.
You got a lot. The Lake Loop.
There's a ton, and I feel like it's customizable, long, short, city, rural, like whatever your flavor is. Difficulty, like I probably wouldn't recommend like a 10-mile hike.
Yeah, that might be a bit.
Might be a lot. You would learn a lot about each other quickly.
Oh my God.
You would learn what it's like.
Yeah, like if you went a whole like I'm thinking if you live in Wyoming and you do the whole shebang, that would be tough.
My thing is I guarantee you I will get hangry and I will get cranky, and the worst part of me will come out.
Oh, yes. Like, I like the outdoors, but, like, for a good hour. And then I'm like, okay, this is fun. Yeah. Get me inside.
I'm like, oh, and now I'm ready for some lunch. Yes. Or maybe a shower. Like,
what's next?
Literally. Yeah. So the third is... The third, we just said the third. The fourth is your classic, stargazing.
Oh, I love stargazing.
I have never been taken stargazing, but so I would literally swoon.
It's so fun, because you're just staring, and you're like, oh, da-da-da-da, and I really like the stars. I'm a horoscope type of girl. Yes. So I like to chit-chat about that. And I know they're probably like, I don't care, but I talk about it anyways. And then you can look at the clouds and you're like, that one looks like an animal. That one looks like da-da-da-da. I don't know, it's fun. And then you can cuddle up and it's fun.
I think it's an easy way to, like, cuddle, talk. Once again, like, probably a drive. Like, if you live in the city, you'll probably have to drive out to the country to get a view. I think it would be cute, but also with this slight preparation, please bring some pillows and blankets.
Yes, you do not want to lay on the grass.
Also, probably vacuum out your car. Like... Yeah. I feel like that goes without saying, but also, like, I would be like, oh, let me just hop over these Doritos that have been here since you were a baby in this car.
Since you were a child. And,
And, one time I heard that some guy put, like, a mattress pad. I was like, okay, that is the next level. Like, he took the mattress pad off his bed.
And put it in the back.
I was like,
that's so
who
nice.
Are you?
Dang. You want to hear something sad?
What?
One time, my shitty ass ex... high school, you know who I'm talking about. He was like, let's go to a drive-in movie. I set up the whole back of my car, because, I got a big-ass car. And I set it up, and then he bails. And I pulled out, like, a mattress pad. Like, I got that thing cozy.
Oh, my God. And Did you go without him? I don't
trust men. Oh, yes. I took Carly Patton, and I said, skirt, goodbye. Maybe it wasn't Carly. Who did I take? I don't know. I went with a friend.
Yeah, fuck that.
I was like, what a piece of
that shit sucks. Oh, God. Men and you really put in all the effort. I also feel like men get really mad because girls are usually the ones that flake. And you just gotta stop flaking. And you know who I'm talking to? Myself. As I am a flake.
I am a flake, too. I just feel bad and I say yes, and then I'm like, no.
I get nervous. If I'm not fully committed, I don't want to lead anyone on.
That's true.
Or I just feel like I'm not ready. And you know what? Okay, this is not my therapy session. We need to continue on.
Number 5.
Yeah, that's for a therapist to be on the clock
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, the next one. Honestly, hot take, but I'd love to be taken fishing. Just for the fucking comedy of it all.
Then it would be so funny. Like, you trying to, like, and try to
I'd be like, teach me how to fish. Yeah. I'd be like, where's the country music? Let's get it going.
I feel like you would have so much fun doing that. Like, I think I'm too high maintenance that I'd be like, well, I think I could mess around. But, like, if they were like, we're waking up at 4:30 a.m., we're going fishing, I'd be like,
absolutely not. We need a reasonable hour of the day.
Like, if they're like, oh, we're going at 10 a.m., I'd be like, okay, sounds good.
Right, yeah. So I think fishing would be fun just for the comedy of it all. However, not a big fan of touching the worm nor the fish.
No,
so there's some complications in my plan.
Yeah.
However, I would be down. But really, that one was kind of a comedy. The real number 5 is to go to, like, a pier or, like, on, like, a lake.
Yeah.
I also think, like, you can make this a cheap date, but also, like, renting a canoe, a kayak, paddle boards.
That would be fun.
Like, or those, what are the ones that you, like, with your feet?
Oh, like a paddle boat? No.
They're not called paddle boards.
Oh, my God.
Pedal boats?
I think so.
We'll call them a pedal boat.
Sure.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I literally had one.
Fun.
But I'm just saying, like, that would be, like, a minor expense. Honestly, you could probably split it. Like, I think it would be fair to be like, hey, do you want to split it? Like, it's probably, what, $10 each? Or I think it's, like, $20 for 4 hours or something.
If you go to kayak at, like, Pettibone or whatever, it's, like, $5 for the whole day.
Yeah, literally. It could be so cheap. And I think that would be fun. Like, you could also, like, pack a sandwich, some snacks, like, or you could get, like, to go from somewhere. That would be kind of cool. So this one, you could literally just go to a lake, sit and, like, walk, like, talk and go swimming and whatever. That you could do the whole swimming layout, get a tan, bring a speaker. That would be on the cheap side. Or you could kind of pack a little lunch, maybe get some takeout, rent a watercraft of some sort, and go amongst the water. I would be totally down for that.
You know what the paddle boat reminds me of too is Aquamarine. When her and Raven